Welcome to Ultimate Decay's challenge. Year is 1358. Everyone is in the same room. They're really comfortable with each other, don't they? Maybe go join cooking. Jasper autonomously joined cooking, and I think Marshall is setting the table. Everyone's really excited for breakfast. Everyone's very hungry. We have a few days of summer left. We're on Wednesday right now, and this is last week of summer. So on the Saturday, we're going to have our harvest. I do think that after that, I will go back to the 2-week season cycle. My toxic trait with the Sims is that I want to match seasons in the game with seasons in real life. So because right now it's summer, it's sunny, days are long, it's hot outside. I want same vibes in the game, but if I will be doing that, matching seasons, real life seasons to the seasons in the game. In Ultimate Decay's universe, seasons will be lasting for like 20 years at a time. Okay, children, let's go and... Oh, hello? Someone please invite Aunt Aira in the house. Finn, go invite Auntie. At the end of the last episode, Finn and Marjorie aged up. I wanted to say some first time they can have meaningful conversation, but got distracted by the fact that Marjorie is very hungry. Why are we abandoning child? Come on, I bring food to you. Maybe she just wants to eat in the garden. Enjoy last lovely summer days. Why are we taking Aira to the fairy circle? Never mind, actually. They all just staring at the cow poop. And she's scared now. Jasper, let's maybe clean that up. Apparently it's terrifying. Oh, she's sitting on the mushroom stool. Citric congratulating, what's your name? Finn, on his recent birthday. Yeah, get used to dead people congratulating you. I want you guys to run and look for crystals. Marshall, you first. Oh no, maybe Marshall should be first to the bathroom. In that case, Noel, you first. I really like that you two are chatting, but I kind of really need you to work. Oh, he's pranking her. I need you to take care of the cow and garden. Ida, your mother is judging you. What are you doing? Can you actually parent her? I rarely do these interactions. Discipline recent behavior. Express disappointment for making mess. Like, why are you playing with that? Why is your hair down? Jasper, please continue spraying bugs, and I will ask boys to weed plants. What you found? Hematite. Ooh, it's black crystal. Can we dye dragon black with it? Yes. Okay, finally. I feel like I neglected dragons a bit in this generation, or rather after Cora's death. They kind of been on their own. One thing I wish this mod would do is allow them to roam around. I think mod uses chickens to make dragon, and the roaming, like the chickens have the roam around, intentionally disabled for dragons, so you don't have like a giant fire hazard walking around. But I actually would love that. I wanted to change color of Boreas just so they won't be identical. It makes sense that they're identical because Boreas is son of rain. And you know what? Black kind of makes sense because black was the color of Rain's mother. It's the color of the dragon whose egg Edmund stole. So maybe it's fitting for Boreas to be black dragon. The question is, do I want him to be just black dragon or black and gold dragon? Black and gold kinda sounds beautiful. Let's do that. Noel, why are you standing in the line to your own house? Invite in. Okay, let's see. I actually never changed color of the dragon, so let's see how that looks. Oh, he's kind of scary. I don't know if black and gold really comes through the retexture. He kind of just has spikes of this yellowish color, kind of color of the decaying tooth. I don't know, I'm kind of now spooked out by Boreas. He looks intimidating, which is probably a good thing for a dragon. Do you want to chat with him? Clean Boreas? Pet him, gives him some food. Marjorie, why are you awake again? I've been telling you to do one thing and one thing only for the whole day, is to go to sleep. They're probably thinking that this house is just such a mess, constantly. All day of trying to make one of the children clean cow. And who's cleaning cow now? Aira. Our laundry is a bit out of control. We have a fire happening right here. Why are you talking to foxes? Or going to talk to foxes? Or do you want to bring Boreas a snack? Jasper, you will have to be the one extinguishing fire. Ned is very tired. She's almost in her 3rd trimester. You guys can grab boiled eggs. Why are you sleeping here? You don't have a bed? No, you do. They're all so stinky. Maybe we'll go to the bathhouse tomorrow. Girls are up nice and early. They just made a pigeon stew for everyone. Everyone, you should wake up and eat so I can then send you all to the bathhouse. Let's all be clean before this new baby arrives and it becomes even harder. I'm thinking about the fact that when Marshall and Noel will become teenagers, I'm going to move Ashdown out of this house. I think I'm going to move them to, if you can see over there in the distance in the fog, there is a house on the hill. That's where they're going to go. That's where they're going to live. But that house was really simple. I built it really quickly. I might do another medieval family home type of build video, just because I feel inspired by this family and I want them to have a really nice house. Marjorie, stop crying. We all stinky. We're all going to the bathhouse. How are you completely clean? You were just dirty. If you don't need bath, then you're going to be bathing toddler. Give Marjorie a bath and everyone else going to take turns washing themselves. Finn just eating his soup here. Marshall, you went out of order. I told Nell to bathe Marjorie here. This is very rude of you to do. Now Nell just standing here comforting Marjorie. Teach her to say please and thank you. And Ida is playing in the fountain. It's really bringing her creative spark. I guess she likes being in the water. Now when we did the functional part of the bathhouse, we can do pretend part of the bathhouse and sit in the hot springs. Sir, you're not dressed for this. I can still see your sandals underwater and they're dirty. And Ned is cleaning Marjorie with a lot of lag. Concerning amount of lag. I actually like this bathroom, even the damaged wall and especially this little window. You can look out at the street, you can look down, maybe scream something to someone who's doing laundry downstairs. Oh no, don't play in there. Discipline recent behavior. Let's be calm. She's very little. Ask not to splash in the toilet. You can throw feet because of that. She's a fussy toddler. So she won't be very happy being told no. And then her whole feet just gets ignored. But everyone being washed, cleaned, I think we can go home now. Okay. It took a while, but they got there eventually. I really like this view. With a river and bathhouse in the background. This random person, Gina Jones. She's a local teenager, so maybe our kids should meet her. It's really awkward that you all in your pajamas. So I'm just going to help you out. Put you all in your hot weather outfits. And you all can say hi to Gina. It's like, yeah, these are all my kids. Nice to meet you. It would be lovely for you all to hang out together. I feel in the mood to give makeovers to random townies. I did a quick little makeover for Gina. I gave her this nice yellow, really soft pastel yellow dress, and I think it's nice for a teenager. She's a 9 out of 28 days, so she's 2 years into being a teenager, so she's 15 years old. I think she looks like 15 years old girl. But it does put in the perspective that Noelle, mother of 3 right here, soon to be 4, been married for 10 years, still wears her hair just out with no covering. What could we possibly be asking from little girls if their mother, who's supposed to be proper sim, setting such an improper example? What I'm trying to say, I think I need to make Nail look a bit older, as much as I like her current outfit. Look at this little horde of children. I love them so much. Oh, we have Joyce at our house, and we also have broken sink. Let's discuss favorite band with Joyce. She's a music lover. Oh, that's nice. Ask about hobbies and skills. I wonder how Goodman family is doing in general. It's been a moment since Peter passed away. Nail, what are you doing? Just struggling in general? You need bathroom. And then you can make us all something nice to eat before we go to bed. Why you keep napping here? You can sleep on this bed. What's your problem? Stop napping on the haystack. Ida autonomously joined cooking. Marshall also joined cooking. No, I think you also should join. Okay, Joyce tried fixing things, but she failed. So Jasper, you're gonna have to do that. Jasper is so flirty. Just because he next to Noel. Everyone is having dinner. Finn doesn't want food, so Finn is already sleeping. We really need to clean this house in the morning. They'll go to sleep. They can clean after themselves. Now it's Friday, it's year 1359, and it's also Cora and Yaroslava's birthday. So we're going to go to Novak family now. I think it's going to be nice, happy, celebratory beginning of the year, because numbers are getting less scary as kids get older. Ooh, Yaroslava is... I think Yaroslava going to be gone soon, judging by this bar. 1 day left. So she and her husband going to be like heads of the household after grandma is gone. What is your personality like? She's evil. Great. This this household about to become even more unstable, if that even possible. Blanche looks a bit defeated, to be honest. I do not blame her. We're here for these beautiful girls, to age them up into a children. They named after their grandmothers, so Yaroslava named after Yaroslava Novak, the granny, the matriarch of this household, and her sister Cora, named after Cora Raincourt, Blanche's mother. Okay, let's roll first for Yaroslava. We're going to roll d20 for them, and they need to avoid numbers 9 and 19. Rolling for Yaroslava. And this is 8. Worryingly close, but still good. And let's roll for Cora right away. And this is 18. They needed to avoid 9 and 19, so they rolled 8 and 18. They just wanted to make me a little worried. Just a little bit, not too much. But they both survived. And they first twins to live together to childhood. Okay, Yaroslava, go first. Age up. Surprisingly, she has some bonus skills, considering how difficult it's been to play with this household. And her first personality trait will be, can I give her vegetarian? Even though it would be hilarious because her sister is a werewolf. And she's like looking at her sister like, I don't want to do that at all. Like, ew, gross. I always forget in which rules it will be. In the main ones or in the 1300s ones? Okay, it's in main ones, and yes, I cannot give her vegetarian. Let's roll again. Animal enthusiast, this is perfect, especially if the animal in question is a wolf. I kinda see her as smart, but not really social. I see her like hiding behind her sister's back, and we're going to age up Cora. She also has some bonus skills, and her personality trait will be lazy. She went from wild toddler to lazy child. And now I can take them to class and give them little makeovers. This is Yaroslava. I gave her this really light outfit with light green layer on top. So she kind of matches with Blanche when it comes to light colors, but it's something different from Blanche's beige and pink. What else? I gave her a little bracelet. I shy away from giving them too much accessories, but this bracelet kind of looks like something that could be just strip of leather or fabric. I feel like she could have that as an accessory. This is her sleepwear, the exact same thing for swimming, and I give her a cloak for cold weather and also a hat for hot weather to protect her little head from the sun. And this is Cora. This is her outfit. I decided to dress them quite differently. Cora had really short hair as a toddler. I think as a child her hair will be a little bit longer. Maybe as a teen we will return to short hair. We'll see. This is her main outfit, like her everyday wear, and for cold weather she just has cloak on top. And hold on a second, this is her hot weather outfit. I think this is Ciri outfit from The Witcher, if I'm not mistaken. Not perfectly medieval outfit, but I want her to look a bit messy and crazy. She should be just running in the woods, doing whatever she wants. She doesn't have that much supervision. Her father is Luke and her mom is a little busy. Her swimwear, slip, and for some outfits I gave her a second option with this hat that's also wolf's skull. I don't know if skull is still in there. Scalp? A piece of a wolf. Or maybe we can say that she doesn't have this thing quite yet and Greg will gift it to her. Now when we dressed everyone up, let's put shaders back on. It's almost like lights turned on. Now I want to dress this child. I know that I'm not even playing as them, but she's here. What's even your name? Alisa. Is this Alisa? She kind of looks evil. She looks like she's snitching to grandma. They all should be sleeping. Why we have a whole bunch of people in here? I think this will be like a kid's room. We have one toddler left, not two toddlers left. Okay, I think it will be easier if we just put all children in one room. And we have a bathtub here to wash toddlers. Perfect. 2 chamber pots. How many children do we have? 3 children and 1 teenage. Will he be in the kid's bedroom? I think twins gonna have to share this bed. I gave Cora meat that Zvonko hunted because her father is useless. He's been sleeping this whole time. But it kind of looks like she's showing Zvonko something that she's hunted, especially with her bloody elbows. She's like, look, uncle. Oh, look at you, Book. You had a nightmare about being abducted by aliens. I wish I could make it happen for you. In fact, I wish kidnapped by fairies. I wish a fairy baby upon you. Because that did not work out well for any man in this universe who had a fairy child. I've not been playing with this family, but time for them obviously been passing. Who had another nightmare? I love how Blanche just laughing maniacally in the forest alone. Ooh, Satyr. Let's say hi to him. Maybe it wouldn't hurt to be friendly with other people and creatures creatures living in the forest. No, don't walk away from me. I'm not the werewolf. Basically, to be friendly with everyone with whom Novak family told her not to be friendly. And he clearly familiar with werewolves, maybe a lot closer than he would wish. They immediately have pretty good relationship. Let's ask about Moonwood Mill. Oh, he's also active. Maybe that's why he likes Blanche, because she's active too. I asked him about Moonwood Mill, and he's telling her about Moon Petal, the magical flower that first bloomed from a surge of a moon magic. Wherever this is true or not, does only bloom during the full moon. Oh wait, it is full moon! Okay, we should be careful today, it's full moon today. But I do kinda want a moon petal. I feel like it's something that Blanche would want. Okay, oh, sir? Okay, I feel like he just flushed her. Okay, that's probably his swimwear, but it's basically him being fully naked. Did not expect that. Oh, hi Lily. We're also going to be friendly with Moonwood Collective and the local family, because Novaks don't like them. Okay, Lily, don't do that. Let's do a friendly introduction. I want to be friend of Moonwood Mill Collective. Maybe I should find Christopher for that. He's been very kind to Blanche. Christopher, can I be friend of Moonwood Mill Collective? This is so against Rook. I told her to ask Christopher about Moonwood Mill, and he told her, you think toddlers are difficult? Have you ever met a werewolf toddler? Is this an insult, Christopher? She raised 3 of those. They're poor toys. They always develop motor skills quickly, but it can be challenged to potty train them. Well, we didn't even try. Maybe he just went into her about his children. He's like, it's been a nightmare potty training those pups. They're 30 now, but I still remember those days. Okay, she now a friend of Moonwood Collective. Wonderful. I'm also going to give you a pack-made gift, even though I'm not in your pack. Book. I think you like to read. I'm just trying to make friends outside of the Novak household. Let's go here, sit with them, chat with them, not question Lily's table manners. What if I ask you about Moonwood Mill? So far, everyone gave her different answers. Werewolf never forgets his first kiss under the full moon. It's singularly magical and romantic moment. Okay. Giving ideas, I see. Christopher brought his awkward friend here. Okay, we're eating together. That's some normal communication? These two giving each other gifts. Did you get scared while you're running? It's just researching plans. I think Blanche wants to be alone with you. Yeah, go. What an interesting apple tree. Okay. He's autonomously speaking to her. It's still awkward, but it's something. Someone walking on the background. Is it that werewolf that a little deformed? No, it's somebody different. Why so many randomly generated werewolves in my save messed up? Where are you finding those bear traps, guys? You need to be careful, please. Grandma is very angry because she's losing control from fear of unfulfilled dreams. That is terrifying thing to have as a moodlet, as you have 0 days to live left. Damn. Anyways, let's go back to Greg. This seems more fun. Look at those teeth. How can you resist? And he's autonomously talking to Blanche. He just wants to chat with her. I think it's nice that she now can properly say thank you. He's thinking about her, and she's doing push-ups, because it seems. Stop eating. Are you a foodie or something? He's a glutton. You can be glutton for Blanche. Discuss crystal properties. Yeah, just randomly be a nerd. This terrifying local legend of a werewolf. Randomly just want to boost your creativity. Get yourself some orange topaz. And now he's checking in on her. I think his concern should be hey, it's full moon again, maybe don't go swimming this time. And Blanche going to tell him, no, I'm not gonna go swimming this night, I'm gonna go and harvest moon petal. Because that random satyr that I just met today told me that it blooms only during the full moon. Discuss being a werewolf. I just want to get their relationship to the friendly level. The truth about Greg, as creepy as it will sound, that he's been observing Blanche for a very long time. In the short little moments when, usually with other members of Novak family, she was leaving their little section of the forest, he noticed her. At first it was smell. There is something about her scent, so compelling, so addictive in a way, and so fresh. And then it was also her attitude. Blanche may not be most people's first choice of a friend or just of a person to be around, but she is entertaining. She sparked Greg's curiosity and, of course, undeniably her beauty. But Greg never planned to act upon his curiosity. He never planned to approach Blanche or speak to her, or most importantly, he never planned to return to his human form again, ever since his wife died. He saw no reason to be anything other than scary beast. He knows that majority of people and creatures inhabiting these forests are scared of him, and he preferred to keep it that way. Blanche actually asked him about it, how it came to be that he became this scary legend. He seems so calm, he seems like he's in complete control over his beastly nature, yet everyone talking about him like he's mad, to which Greg will only answer that he is mad. He hunted these woods for long enough for locals to have all the right assumptions about him. On the night when Blanche decided to swim in the lake during the full moon, Greg did decided to help her to get home safely. He didn't expect her to come back the next day, and he didn't expect Christopher to have the whole conversation with her. In general, Christopher was one of the few people living in the forest who clearly wasn't afraid of Greg. Maybe cautious, but definitely not afraid. Christopher was also one of few people who didn't annoy Greg. Despite the fact that Christopher is literal antithesis to Greg, always calm, friendly, rarely in his wolf form. In my imagination, of course, in the game he's constantly walking in his wolf form, but despite that, Christopher doesn't seem like he's avoiding or hiding his beastly nature. He just seems so comfortable with it, to the point when it doesn't bother him at all. When Greg fully gives in into the nature of beasts and almost chooses one side to exist as a beast at all times, Christopher found a way to exist somewhere in between. It's almost like he's reverting back to the old times when werewolves were a lot like satyrs, both animal and human at the same time, and not phasing in between two forms. This is where I greatly differentiate from original Sims 4 lore. While these two were talking in the forest, Novak family having their birthdays. Zvonko is now an elder. He just aged up into an elder. He has back problems immediately. His younger brother, where is he? Yaroslav. He also aged up, but he was young adult and he aged up into an adult. And Yaroslava is dying. She's saying her final goodbye. That's going to be an interesting full moon. It was my original idea for occults in this universe that majority of them are mixed between human and animal. Like mermaid would be human and a fish, and werewolf would be human and a wolf, and I guess fairy is a human and a bug. At some point, through talking to Greg and Christopher, Blanche can learn how werewolves came to be, maybe get a little bit more explanation to the unruly nature of them. I think that will probably come more from Christopher, maybe Lily. They seem more like people to tell stories about olden times, so perhaps he can tell Blanche a story about Old Moonwood, how a lot of different occults, all of them being a hybrid between human and animal, live in harmony in these woods, until one group decided that they actually don't want to be a hybrid between wolf and a human. They think that being only one of those things would actually be superior. Christopher is not one of those creatures. He's a descendant of them, so he doesn't know what they're actually trying to become, whether they're trying to become fully wolves or fully humans. They achieved neither, but he knows that they were trying to become one. And in the process of that, they became werewolves as we know them now. The ritual that should have accomplished that transformation was performed on the full moon and heavily relied on the moon magic, because how can we possibly get away from the moon magic for werewolves? And as a result of that ritual, instead of being like satyrs at the same time human and animal, werewolves gain ability to switch between being fully human and being fully animal, in their eyes making them superior beings to other occults. The only caveat being that their wolf form is completely uncontrollable. Their animal form became this beast that's out for blood. Because of that, the peacefulness of the woods was disturbed. They began harming other creatures in the woods. The only other group that remained in the forest and managed to survive were satyrs. Some werewolves can control themselves and still think rationally even in the beast form. Some even can resist the moon. But it takes a lot of time, patience and effort to learn that. So quite a lot just give up and embrace being an absolute menace. when they repage in, or during full moon. Perhaps somewhere in those conversations, Blanche will also learn that patriarch of Novak family, the one that deceased already, was one of those menaces. He didn't care about trying to take control over his fury or resisting full moon, even despite the fact that Christopher tried to teach him that. He went complete opposite route, embracing all parts of being a werewolf. He died from being shot with arrow by Satyr after he found their secret settlement in the forest and tried to attack it during the full moon. By every other werewolf in the forest, it was considered a very embarrassing way to go. I don't think that Blanche will learn all of that in one day, but because I'm not playing as her very often, I'm trying to cover things that will happen throughout bigger stretches of time. But if we're talking about one day being 4 months, in Ultimate Decades, 3 months. In Ultimate Decades, I can totally see her regularly chatting with Christopher throughout those months, and learning more and more about werewolves, and realizing how little did she learn in years of living in this forest from her own husband's family. At this point in time, her mind is already set on running away, taking her children, and running away, running back home. She just doesn't know yet how to do that. But on this day, after having a conversation with Greg, seeing him in his human form, which despite being very stiff, for some reason was very attractive to Blanche. But after that conversation, she went home and waited until the nighttime when she can go and collect moon petal, just as she told Greg, to his terror. She walked barely any distance from her house before noticing that Greg is waiting for her. Somehow, knowing very little about Blanche, he already understood that she's not that kind of person to change her mind, even when there is a valid reason to do so. No matter how many times he will tell her that it's very dumb to risk your life for some flowers, she will still go to look for flowers. So instead of arguing, he decided to just accompany her. And when they went to the top of the mountain and Blanche picked up her moon petal, Greg decided to kiss her. It was very much inspired by Lily telling us about how kiss under the full moon is unforgettable for werewolf. What you saw before this, while I was talking about werewolf lore and other things, is what I imagine happened in the months following this first kiss. A secret romance blossoming between Blanche and Greg, her sneaking out of the Novak's house more and more often to spend time with him. I also imagine them hunting together, Greg in his wolf form, but Blanche on her horse with a bow and arrow. But also because Blanche's birthday only 1 year away, in the middle of 1360, and she still has 3 more pregnancies to go. Her and Greg may need to be a little bit less careful. Speaking of pregnancies and babies, while Blanche and Moonwood are having her fallen in love with the local myth moment, Noelle and Hanford giving birth. So, where is our bassinets? Let's go and have baby. Put Marjorie on the floor, please. You should not be carrying her. Jasper, come here. Noelle? There's a chamber pot in a different room. And she gave birth to a baby girl. She had quite a lot of girls, if I think about it. Just like her mother. We need to pick a name for her. I'm running out of names. If you want to suggest more medieval names that you would love to see in this legacy, leave them in the comments, please. I really like to pick from the names that you guys suggesting. I don't think we ever used Catherine Ashdown. I don't know, for some reason I'm feeling Catherine. I didn't even see this child yet, but I feel like she's Catherine. You know, you just feel the vibe. And it's another baby girl, twins. Ashdown's repeating Cora and Citric story, having a bunch of girls. What would go well with Catherine? Maybe Helen Ashdown? Welcome to this world, Catherine and Helen. Now we're gonna roll for you and your mother. For Noelle, we're going to roll d20, and she needs to avoid numbers 1 and 10, and we're going to roll twice, because she gave birth to 2 babies. It's 14 and 7. Okay, she's good. Phew. Noelle is fine. Noelle survived giving birth. Babies needs to avoid numbers 1, 5, 10, 15, and 20. First one is Catherine, and this is 2. Catherine survives. And now Helen, and this is 3. Helen also survives. Okay, this is wonderful. We can copy this and put it on Saturday, when they will have their infant birthday, which I'm just going to roll right away, because it's a lot of dice and we may as well just get it over with. In order to tomorrow survive aging up from baby to infant, they need to avoid numbers 4, 12, 16, and 18. Rolling for Catherine, and it's 15. Hold on. This is a good number. Catherine survives. I proceed to immediately forget numbers. And for Helen, and 10 is also a good number. Yay! They both survive. Marjorie is taking bath right now. I want her to be done with it. Birds flying from the Nile and go and meet her new siblings. Children doesn't meet new siblings, right? Or do you? Oh no, you're upset about new siblings. Does Finn care about new siblings? He looks indifferent. He looks like he's okay with them. Yeah, he's happy about it. Noel just bored and he wants to play an instrument and become friends with Walker. An interesting path you're paving for yourself. What's happening here? Grim? Grim, are you okay? Grim, do I need to reset you? Okay, I reset him. And all of the children gonna see Cow die. This is so sad. This does not look good. What if I reset Artemida? What if I move her? Yeah, I think he's going now. It's time for new cow. And this time I'm going to buy expensive cow because now I know that cheap cows are old. On Saturday's last day of the summer, our family going to be very busy because we need to harvest this entire garden and also clean this cow. Noel made you boiled eggs at night so you can quickly grab those and go and harvest produce. The whole gang of children is here. It feels like it's last day of summer, it's last days of Marshal and Noel being children. Soon they will become teenagers and will have different interests and probably will hang out less with Ashdown's kids. It truly feels like the end of summer. I think Noel can stay in the house and take care of the babies. Or technically we could age-up them already. Catherine is cautious infant. Here we go. And Helen is also cautious. They're both cautious. And Ida is going through a clingy phase. Hi Aira, you came for the birthday? This is so sweet of you. Ida is the oldest daughter, so maybe she feels like she doesn't get enough love from her parents. Now when we harvested everything and I cleaned up our garden, they will have to plant fall crops. I'm just going to place every fruit and vegetables that we have from Nell's inventory, and if we don't have enough of something, we'll go to the town center and buy more. So good news, we have enough of almost everything. The only crop that I would want them to plant more is grapes. And also enough is subjective. I just decided that it would be good to plant at least 20 of each crop, and we only had 10 grapes. The whole family was planting. As much as they didn't want it to, they were forced to plant crops. Ned was the only one who's not planting. She was taking care of the babies and doing laundry, so she was also doing a lot. And Aira came over and she was playing with little Marjorie, which felt really fitting. Maybe Ned asked her to babysit Marjorie on the day when she knew that everyone will be busy and just unable to give Marjorie any attention. So that felt really sweet. Now we at the town center, and I invited Aira with us, also Joyce and Eve, Joyce and Eve Goodman sisters. Not inviting Goodman brother, he's a literal criminal. We're here to buy grapes and sell an abysmal amount of sage that we harvested today. Also, it's fair in here, and this one is about oversized crops. But first, let's go sell our items for 10% profit. Thank you for looking after children, Aira. And then we can even participate in the fair. Or who are you? This Peter's grandchildren. How old are you? Oh, you just became a child. Our youngest ones can talk to her. I'm going to sell you a lot of stuff, sir. I'm gonna switch seasons to be only 2 weeks long, so maybe I can sell most of these apples because in 2 weeks we're going to harvest more. I don't know where I use apples. Maybe just for making sugar? Or you can also buy milk. Carrots we need, chestnuts we also need. We can cook those. Maybe I sell you a little. We'll have a reason to go foraging if we'll stop hoarding food. You can also buy eggs. I can sell oversized crops to him, but I want to try and sell them on the table, selling table. And actually, can you buy all of my sage, please? Almost 2,000. I kinda expected more. I do have more sage, sir. He can only buy 99 of each at a time. And we definitely have more than 99 sage. Okay, in total I sold him 300 pieces of sage and we will still have 46 left. And now, do you sell grape? Only 2 grapes. Ooh, grapes are expensive. He usually sells them for 41 simoleon, but because Nail is really good at bargaining, he's selling for 30 to her. Maybe we should be planting more grapes. Okay, does gardening stall has grapes? Money fruit? Why are you selling money fruit? I don't think you should be able to sell that. I'm gonna buy treats for animals. and also mushroom seeds and for our oversized crops. And maybe some cross-stitching hoops. Nael has a lot of daughters who may want to cross-stitch. You can go and gift one actually to Ida. That would be a nice creative hobby for her to do. They all talking to Sandra Goodman. I also want to participate in constipation competition. What did I just said? Hey daughter, I'm a little bit stinky, but still, this is for you. I know you like creating. Okay, she was happy with that gift. Why can't I submit my oversized crop? I can only submit not oversized ones. That's bizarre. A pear then? Let's maybe grill some mushrooms for everyone. I was like, what's Jasper doing? I haven't seen him in a while. He's drinking. He's drinking at the... Marshall, you're a bit too young for this. Jasper is drinking at the bar. Nael just fell asleep on the ground, so I'm temporarily controlling Aira so she can finish mushroom steaks that Nael started. What we're going to do? We're going to send infants and Nael home. Aira, you can grab serving for Marjorie. So basically Nael just told that she's way too tired and infants also tired and hungry and they will just go home and everyone else can enjoy the rest of the fair. Our stupid little pair won second place at Finchwick Fair, despite the fact that it was not an oversized crop. Now with those good news, we all can just go home. Aira, thank you so much for helping us for the whole day. Now when they put all of the kids to bed, they can celebrate that by trying for another one. They still have 3 more pregnancies to go. And fall has started. It's 6 in the morning. How is it 6 in the morning? No, I didn't even went to bed yet. Happy fall, everyone. We'll probably have to do a lot of gardening today. Yeah, a lot of watering. Also, we need to plant our 4 additional grapes. Children gonna get up bright and early to water the garden. Jasper also needs to plant oversized crops. Nael, wake up, infant is up and demanding food. I've been enjoying here this happy early fall morning on the farm. They watered plants, they fed chickens. The only concern that I have is, where is my cow? She's not here. Can I call her? No, I can only buy a new cow. I don't know where my cow went. You guys ate her? Boris looking guilty. She ended up in household inventory for some reason. How do I put her back though? I don't have a shed. If I were to put the shed, I still cannot place cow? Well, we're just going to decide that dragons ate her. React to blowout. Oh no. All 3 of you kinda look like you had a blowout. Catherine didn't sleep, by the way. She just decided not to. She was complaining about being way too sleepy for the whole night, but not sleeping. Now she's complaining about the lack of fun. And now you fell asleep when I'm trying to feed you. Wake up. Marjorie eating a little snack of cheese. And after that, we're going to ask Aunt Aira to potty train you. Because at this point, she's practically raising you. Oh my god, Jasper, what's wrong with you? For past couple of years, Jasper had a wish to go fishing, and I feel like we could use some fish for cooking. No one is really hunting anymore, and maybe Jasper just not a hunting guy. Now let's ask Aira to bathe you. Okay, we're gonna abuse Auntie. She's trying to go away. Oh no, Aira, please, I need you. I need you so bad. My goose is dying. The death of an animal stopped Aira from leaving the lot, so I'm just using that opportunity for Marjorie to ask for bath. It worked. I'm so glad we have Aira. After Nael will finish cooking soup for all of the older members of the family, we need to feed infants. Again. Marjorie just dancing now. She's clean, she's happy. Not gonna lie, Jasper is pretty good at this fishing thing. He's already level 4 and he caught 6 fish. It's time to go home and do more chores. It's Monday morning. Nael now knows that she's pregnant. It's been a really difficult night, but we got through it. And most importantly, we finally reached Marshal's birthday. I really wanted to end this episode with it. I'm ready to properly start 1st generation. We're still going to be lingering previous gen stories, especially with Blanche's. But I feel like I'm ready for the next generation. I'm ready for the 1st gen to become teenagers, probably start playing as them. And Marshal wants to scream incoherently at Nael on the morning of his birthday. Nael is busy, I don't know, dissociating. Go sit on the mushroom chair. I want to look at you properly as I imagine you up. Now he looks happy and excited. In order to age up from child to teenager, Marshal needs to avoid number 7. Let's roll for Marshal. And it's 4. Wonderful! He gets to age up and be a teenager. Let's do that first, and then we will go with marriage role. Right now, when it comes to personality, he's lazy sim. We're going to randomize his second trait, and jealous. Lazy and jealous. Great. What kind of aspiration a person like this would have? Popularity? Look at his face. Because Marshall is not our main household is Noel. Marshall is our side household. Second in line though. So if anything happens to Noel, this is going to be our heir. But while he's a side household, we need to roll for him a marriage roll. We're going to roll d20 for him. If he rolls 1 to 3, he will never get married. And if he rolls 4 to 20, he will get married. Let's see if Marshall gets married. 6. Yes, he gets married. Yay! I think. Now when we age Marshall up, we know his second personality trait, we know that he will get married. Finally can go in class and give him his teenage makeover. With Marshall being a teenager comes the exciting part of choosing his future bachelorette. I think this time I will make choice myself. I've been looking through Sims that you guys uploaded to the gallery under hashtag LunaGamesUDC. If you ever want to create a sim that you want to see become a part of the legacy, you can upload them to that hashtag. And this is first time when we finally gonna be looking at ladies under that hashtag. If you've been following from the beginning or for a while, you will know that men in this legacy are cursed. Marshall is literally first male sim in this legacy to survive for this long, to live long enough to get chance to get married, for example. So I've been looking at your sims at the gallery, and this lovely little family caught my eye. This is 2 siblings and their mother. Their family name is Baker, and they bakers. Cole, the brother, inherited his father's bakery, and Belle, the sister, who I want to be Marshall's future bachelorette, she's supposed to be all innocent. And I think it's kind of perfect for Marshall because lazy and jealous combination does not sound good to me. So maybe we need someone a bit naive, very kind to tolerate Marshall. So this is my first thought. And I will show you how I dressed her up. Also, I do like the idea of the bakery. Maybe I think I will add this family as a whole in the world, and it kind of inspires me to do a bakery build, medieval bakery, maybe with a house attached to it. And also mom of the family, from description I am assuming she's supposed to be like evil witch, which sounds really exciting, and I kind of into that. I don't have, what's it DLC called with witches? Realm of Magic? I think I love occults in The Sims, but when that DLC came out, I was so disappointed. I just felt that like it doesn't offer enough. And also all of the occults kind of do the same thing in different ways, which is also similar to things that crystals do, which is also similar to things that little herbal potions from the outdoor retreat do. Like, it's cool when there is multiple of ways to accomplish something, but it's kind of too much at this point. Anyway, I don't have Realm of Magic. I hope it's that what is called DLC for Sims 4, and I don't think I needed to have witches in this universe. And I have Crystal Creation DLC. We could just say that only witches capable of making that charged crystals things, jewelry, and I think in a way not having DLC allows me to shape witches in this universe the way I want them to be. So I'm very much for having an evil witch taking residence in Hanford. Maybe she can turn Marshall into a frog. Or Raven. That would be great to turn him into a raven, because his father is created by Ultimate Decades YouTuber called Revelin Raven, who I very admire and very happy to still have, despite all of the death, a piece of her legacy in my save, in the form of Marshall. Just something in his life has to be about ravens. It just has to be this way. Maybe kind of like a Howl from Howl's Moving Castle when he had bird body parts, wings and feathers on him. And wonder if someone made a custom content clothing to achieve like Howl being a bird look that I can use for Marshall, because his evil witch mother-in-law trying to turn him into a raven, but his wife's love saving him from fully turning. This is how my brain works, by the way. What I was talking about? So from actually sane ideas. I hope you're okay with the fact that I'm not doing voting and picking myself, and I will also do the same for Noel's bachelorette, the person who he will end up marrying. We can talk more about her and Noel in the future. It's literally Marshal's birthday. I'm going to end this episode right here. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to leave it a like and a comment down below. It all helps channel to grow. And if you want to join us for this Ultimate Decades ride, subscribe to the channel. I see you in the next one. Bye!